Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Central Spacers for round one of the first Central Spacers Invitational tournament. I am Derek, and I'm joined here by my good friend Brady.
Yeah, excited to see this round one match. Interesting Space Rush decks here.
Yeah, definitely going to see a couple different flavors from set four. Jackson, our local, is known for playing Star Destroyers. He's pretty much been playing big green Star Destroyer decks since the game came out.
A lot of Palp 1 for
A
a
lot
long
of
time. It
Palp
was
1.
honestly a surprise to see him play something other than Palp 1.
Yep. All right, and he does lead off on the ground, like he said, with the Dark Trooper, and Alex does have the desired double one drop start.
Pretty good. The Crackshot V-Wing not coming in damaged is pretty big. Maybe not as much in this matchup, but it is nice having just a little bit of extra health for stuff like Overwhelming Barrage.
Yeah, no pings or Talzin triggers to worry about with the one or two health.
There's the Falcon. Going to get some extra damage in this turn for sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure
Eh,
why he's decided to take that order of things, but going in for four right off the bat.
It's pretty good. Seeing an HK on the ground, definitely not what Piett wants to see this turn. Another two drop. Definitely wanted to see a resupply, but half the resupply cards have gone away for
Yeah,
this turn since Super Laser Tech's gone.
Piet has already taken 8 damage on the base.
This is kind of how I thought maybe this matchup would potentially go, with how fast this Han 4 deck can go.
Just immediately putting him to 12.
Nearly at half health. But again, a fragile 25 HP on the other side. Jackson's got a 5 HP difference, and there's the resupply. So we will see a Piett flip right after this cartel swings.
Most likely. I imagine maybe an early barrage if we don't get a Devastator coming down to try to take care of some damage. Even so, I don't know how Piet survives the turn. We are flipping
Yeah,
Han.
Jackson did claim pretty quick, so that could mean he has a response or he's just fishing for a response.
I think usually if you can spare it, you always just make sure you get to claim initiative. Don't get greedy with attacking with Piet. And there is the
And
Devastator to
there's
take one of the threats off.
that's pretty big. That's a lot of damage that actually just got removed from the board with how powerful that having two pilots can be on that Falcon. It's pretty detrimental, honestly.
That's true. It can get an extra 2 damage, but with Piet already at what now? 18, 19
The fact
on
that Alex
base.
keeps hitting his Han abilities is huge here.
Yeah, I don't think
Oh,
he's missed
he's
one yet.
deciding to not swing Falcon yet. Going to save that for the Han flip probably.
Okay, took that back. Waiting to pilot it, surely. Looks like Alex just dumping his hand.
Trying to get
One.
as many resources reused, I guess. There's the flip. See if we've got a sudden ferocity at all. He's looking. Nope, just untaps everything. And oh, okay. Jackson's claimed at this point, so he's just going to dump his entire hand and kill the
Oh
Devastator.
yeah, interesting. I think he's
I think
scared
if
of
he,
a turbo laser salvo just winning
yeah,
the game.
yeah, because he would swing and still be like one damage short, and so probably doesn't have something like a Daring Raid in hand or anything like that to finish the game. So probably just safe to just let this one go.
Yeah, still a decent amount of health left for him. Also, he's got 9 left, I believe. But
Yeah, not a lot of interaction between the two besides that, which again, exactly what I kind of expected to see in this matchup. But ought to be interesting to see how this ends.
looks like a bow
Gonna
check and
take
a light maker. Alex going to 18 to 18 sees 21
Yep, hasn't used the Han ability yet because it died last turn, and there it is.
up to 24. This is just an action race at this point.
Yeah, open fire on the cartel.
I think that might seal it. Oh, I forgot about the HK
Uh,
triggers just melting
uh,
Han's base here.
Yep, that the HK can get out of hand really fast, and there's the Boshek. Gonna see how many he can draw. Looks like both. There's a Daring Raid. Up
Oh,
to
and
23. It 2 health left. Does he
yeah,
have
Han's
the
gonna
action
die this
economy to
next
get there?
action. I think with 6 health left on the base and no pumps in hand, I think Piet's
Yep.
gonna win here.
Yep. That was honestly a bit surprising to see Piett be able to take that away. But like you said, the HK trigger, massive. Every time a unit died, that just did one little tick of damage, and that just speeds the game up way faster than you can expect it to.
It is. I wonder if Alec playing around the Devastator into a board wipe uh, event, maybe he had to go to base to have a chance. Dealing with the Devastator meant he wasn't going to get board wipe, but also meant that he didn't have the speed and power to close the game there.
Yeah, just the pure fact that it took more actions for him to win the game than Jackson really set him back. If he would have swung all that damage into base, it would have taken him 2 more actions. But also, the Devastator could have also made it take only 2 more actions for uh, Jackson as well. So
Oh,
it was definitely a tricky call. So, but when it came down to it, 2 damage is all that stood in the way.
Dev may actually have been lethal. I forgot. Alex might have
Yeah,
been at 16 there.
I think he was.
Yeah, okay. If Dev was lethal, then he had to do that. But yeah, even Han hitting for what 6 would have put Piet to about 27 and died to the next
Yep.
action. I think so.
Yep.
Okay,
It was a close
that
one
makes
for
more
sure.
sense. And
If he
like you said, Han not getting value out of the Tarkin town at all.
yep. It would have been a bit more interesting if we had seen something like a sudden ferocity. The fact that Alex didn't have a sudden ferocity or aggressive negotiations really hurt him there because he still had 3 resources up when he flipped and nothing to do with him at all.
I think his hand was entirely 1 drops, which is what you want to see on turn 1, but not
Yeah.
not on the flip turn. We need a little
It could
more
also be
oomph.
really interesting here to see the wrong ride come out on the 5 turn if Alex can get initiative, which will be really hard for Han one. But if he can stop a big devastator or a big capital ship play to happen on Piet's flip turn, it could swing the pace of this game. It's kind of an expensive cost, and he's got to keep his board presence up to really make it effective. But uh, taking away 2 resources could be the difference here between winning and losing a game. It could actually completely stop Jackson from playing any card at all.
Right. I think Han would have to claim pretty early for that, and I'm not sure if he can
Yep.
afford to.
That is my one thought on it as well. I don't know that he can afford either to claim it all.
Back to the action here. Alex playing his ship on the right side. He
There's
does
the
have the
Gonk
single one
droid.
drop and the double one drop turn 1 again, and the Gonk droid, like you said. Ready to accelerate. Wrong ride maybe won't matter with a Gonk.
And maybe not.
And Gonk getting in there for 1.
I assume we're going to see the MC30 come out here. Yep, there's the Piett. Yep, there's the MC30. That's pretty big.
Dangerous for Han there.
I think Alex is debating here, so he doesn't get the buff, but he's debating on whether to swing or not. So this is where Talker Time will actually get some value. He does get to sack a 1-drop in there, so in the end, this will be okay for him. And it's actually pretty big that he was even able to deal with it at all. But we'll have to see how that paces out because that is 1 less swing to base, 1 less action, trying to get to the win faster.
Yeah, I know. I like it though. He actually gets use out of the Tarkin town this time.
Just
And
the open fire on the Falcon.
I wondered if we might see an open fire last turn with how Alex played the Falcon, but
Now we're starting to see those Han 1 whiff or Han 4 whiffs.
yeah, he's at 2 now with no buff there. C3PO calling the still flipped card on top of the deck to draw it.
I mean, might as well, right? We all know what the card is.
No test of the memory there.
It's pretty big, though. I think that's a pretty hard stop against Jackson, honestly. I think him still just having to take a turn to open fire can be tough for him, but this is Piett we're talking about. Piett is the master of aggro decks that can do just dirtle for a turn. And that is
there's
massive.
a sideboard card. That's bad. A bombing
That's
run.
a
Yeah.
2 of. that's a 2 of in his sideboard, and that's pretty devastating because now Han does not have a ship to flip onto.
Yeah, but Piett also doesn't have a ship now. He doesn't have a big ship, and we have a whole handful of ships on Han's side to fill the board after a Gonk or Piett gets in there.
And Jackson's just going to claim, not even going to swing with the Gonk, doesn't want to risk not having anything there. I'm going to flip onto the Falcon, which is pretty big.
Do we
Interested to
have
see.
no plot again? No plot again, and playing the last
It's
card
not great.
there. No, and our hand doesn't really do anything.
Trying to think what Jackson could pull out here that could be pretty devastating. An overwhelming barrage likely not going to do much. We could see another devastator hit the board and wipe out maybe 2 units. Yep,
Yep,
there's the devastator.
good call.
Wipe out 2 units, pretty big. Still have that Falcon though. Interested to see
Oh,
how Alex, again, having to deal with either go to base, try to race, or deal with the big ship that's going to take half your health. It looks like he's just going to take one more turn to try to figure out something to do. Still nothing in his hand. He's got a Fang Fighter and another Pilot Falcon. Or set 4 Falcon.
yeah, no, things not looking good for Alex here. Once again, trading the leader for the Devastator. Devastator getting so much value.
That's hard. That's really hard. We are in a game 2 situation though, so unfortunately these types of calls are made with you can't keep too much risk in mind,
Yeah,
right? Like
I didn't
you got to make the right call, otherwise your round's over.
I didn't think about it that way, but him sacking his Millennium Falcon means he gets to play another one at least. Well, otherwise, he wasn't really doing much with his hand.
That always does feel better when you can't play. Oh my gosh,
it's another
another
Devastator.
That's brutal.
And the hand does nothing here.
He's got an outmaneuver. See a Gonk.
Just take the Gonk.
There's an outmaneuver in hand, but that's going to completely ruin his own turn.
Yeah.
So Alex gonna take the Han ability again. It looks like he wants to draw. Ooh, that's rough.
He draws a card that does him no good.
Yep, might as well draw it to get it off the top of the deck. Try to find another card to do something.
Even the worst card in your deck is a resource next turn. That's what I love about the resource system in this game. Any card draw at all. Oh, he's going in again. And whiffing again. He's not calling 3, which is interesting.
He might be looking for a certain out. I'm not exactly sure what it would be, but maybe he has an idea of a card he really needs there.
I don't see too many options for him. I think he has more 3s in his deck than 1s, so
I believe so as well.
If he wants to draw anything, he should call 1, but and now his
We're
board's
seeing
completely gone here, so
just a plain Sanctioner Shuttle. I think we kind of understand where this is going. This game is looking to be over.
Piett, the master of the space arena, showing his dominance, and
yep.
Alex floundering here with the outmaneuver a little bit.
Yep. I think he understands he's lost, just kind of throwing away that card just because,
Man, that's a quick 2-0.
Action. Pretty quick. Honestly, I didn't expect that to go as much in Piett's favor as it did. I don't know if Alex necessarily drew the best. There could have maybe been some slightly different plays he could have made with the Han leader attacking into the base over Devastator. But it just looked like Jackson had most of the answers. And what's crazy about this Piett deck is it can just stay calm and collected in these aggro matchups, and it'll just eventually win, even though it's facing down another very aggressive deck.
Yeah, it often says interact or die. And you know me, I'm a Quinlan player, so I get to play these colors a lot. And Piett's been a little difficult as well. I think this color combination, unless you're Sabe hand ripping the Piett player, you don't really have the oomph that something like Sabine has to try to get over the line just with going full speed, But that's round 1 here. But thanks for watching, and we'll get on to the next round.